Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creation. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. We are trying to recreate this folder, but to recreate it in like a traveling journal type thing. So this is where we're at, right here. We got this far. Not worried about the inside right now. I want to work on the outside. So first thing I know I'm going to want to do is to, because I went around everything with, I inked it. So I'm going to use a lighter ink this time. But I'm just going right along the edge. Turn it up this way. I can't handle it that way. All right, we'll get there. It doesn't really matter about the inside there because we're fixing to cover that. But I just want some color over the top here. Well, yeah, we'll need to after all. We just don't need to do these. Okay, so the first part would be to mat, let me see if I can open this up, would be to mat the front and back because this sits on, the spine part sits on top of it. So I went ahead and all I did was, this is the easy part. I measured my paper so that it would fit just inside of there. Really close to the edge, but not, right on it. So I'm going to ink up these two edges here and just a little bit top and bottom because in case it does show. Okay, there's front and here is the back. This is the easiest part of the whole thing because I'll show you how I figured out the spine part in just a minute. All right, let's get these with some, let me move this out of it. This is all the spine part. That's going to take a little bit of explanation, but it is so easy to do. I know you're saying, Shelby, it's easy for you because you've done it. Well, it wasn't when I started, but the more I did it, the easier it became. And you know what they say, practice makes perfect, which sometimes isn't true. I practice some things and I never get them perfect, but I get to the point to where I can do it, and that's what we're after. But yeah, my son said, Ma, I got a challenge for you. I said, oh Lord, what is it? And he pulled this out and said, I need you to make me a traveler's journal. The cover for one. So all I got to do is put the books in it. I said, okay. I started and I figured, well, I'll do it on camera, and then I can't post these the day I do them like I do my other videos because I found out that this is for someone at school. She's helped him out a lot, so he wants to do something nice for her, and I don't mind. It's being creative. And if what we make brings a smile to someone else, isn't that what it's all about? I mean, yes, there's going to be mistakes on this, but nobody's going to know it but me and you. Okay, burnish these down. That one, and then we'll do this one. Now, remember, this goes to the spine part. So this one will go here, and this one will go there. Okay, so let's do this side first. Why? Because we're sitting here with it. Why not? Right? Right. I will clean up my desk when this is over with. Believe me, my desk is a mess from all this. David's been working in his area. Victoria's in here. Caleb is in here. So I've had everybody in here. And, you know, sometimes that's good. It's good to do things with your family. And we're all crafters, just different ways. All right, this is the one that I should have filled up, but I didn't. So, yeah, this is the one. I'm going to come all inside here with glue because I don't want the air pocket that this would cause. Now, making sure the ink, the non-ink side is towards my spine, I'm going to set this side right where I want it and then press down. I'm not worried about anything else right at the moment. Just getting that down. Where did I had a big squeegee thing? I don't see it. Well, guess what? We'll use this. It's just to make sure all the glue that's in the middle gets smushed it down. And now we'll do, yeah, they're not going to come up right. Okay, we'll get the front on. There goes that one. And then we still have our other journal, which I'm working on it off camera too, because I'm ready to be done with it. We've worked on it enough. It's time to start something else. Okay, now, same as the other one, we're going to put glue all on the inside. Just like that. Make sure our uninked side is towards our spine. Get that to where everything is sort of equal distance, and down it goes. Now see how I cut it sort of different? One side's, that's okay. It's going to be covered. So we're good there. Now, to explain how I did the spine. Because if you notice, these are not the same size. So I had to shrink it. So the way I did it was, I took a piece of paper and I folded it in half this way. Let me see if I can. Folded it in half that way. And then I folded it in half this way. So I needed a 2-inch, my spine is 2 inches. So from center, I marked 1 inch here and 1 inch there. Now I have the template for this one here. And this came from Genevieve Designs. She's also on YouTube. She has the most beautiful templates and she sells them on Etsy. And I've got every one. I'm addicted to the lady. What can I say? Wonderful things. She even has a storage piece called the Crafter's Companion. And yeah, it's drawers and everything. You make it all from paper. But you see how this was? So what I did was, after I folded it in half, I took that 1 inch mark over here and put the center of this one on here. And then all I did was I traced up to here, up to where it just starts to come down. Then what I did was I moved this down here and then finished the little arc. So I ended up with, put it around here. So this is what I ended up with. So when I pulled it out, I can unfold it, and there I've got a template. And see, there is my center. That's my spine, my 2 inches there. So I took out my paper and I cut it out, and then I scored where my spine would be. So this is now my spine cover for the book. It sounds hard, but believe me, y'all can do this. It's not rocket science. It just takes a little figuring out. I mean, if you need to shorten something and you want both ends, like if you need to shorten this part here, you come to where it starts here, and then you do this part here, and then I moved this part to the center and then just did my little arc. Really very simple. Need a little bit more ink here. And I'm using Vintage Photo on this one instead of my usual walnut stain. I know, it's a shock, isn't it? Oh my goodness. I'm using a different color. But it's all good. It's all good. Now, front, back. You see how the words, this is just scribble scrabble, but you see how it does look like there is writing behind it? So I want to turn it up to where the writing is where it's supposed to be. And then I'll center it there. So, first things first, I need tape. Yes, we are going to need tape. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some, not on the crease line, but right next to it. And then I'm going to come all the way down here and put it all the way down. Now see, my tape bulged there, but it's okay. Because now we're going to come down here and we're going to do the other side. Go from here down to here. So we got tape on both sides of that crease. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Now, to show you what I'm doing, because I know it's hard to see because it's white. Let me turn this the other way. And this is going to be down, so it's not going to matter. There's my line. So where I'm going, which is probably what I should have done to the other one, I would have got it done right. We'll do one piece there. Trim that off. And then we'll do this one on this side, all the way down. And that's basically all the tape I'm going to put on there, because the rest is going to be glue. We're going to glue this bad boy down. So, burnish, burnish, burnish. We must burnish. And now I'm going to take tape off. I don't know why I try to take this off like that. I know it's not going to come off that way. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm getting stuck. 4. Just like that. Now, back with, make sure I got the right one. With this, I'm going to come in here with the glue. And I'm going to do all up to the edge on this side. My finger's in the way, but it'll be okay. And then I'm coming in the middle. Just like that. And then I'm coming this side all the way to the edge. You notice I didn't put any tape on the edge because I want this edge, I want the glue to come right to the edge once I put it down. Okay, there's my glue. I know I put it there, it didn't really go that much. Okay, now, I'm turn it over, remember, turn it right side up. And then where, if you have problems, like I do, see, I need, bend this just a tad. Let's do it this way. Maybe I can do it this way. Start at this side. Put it almost right up there. And then center it, because that glue gives you a moment. And then press down that side, come down here, and then just give it a good press. And there is our spine cover. Turn this right side up. There is our spine cover. Oh, I'm in love with this. I am in love. It's not going to work. It's not going to do far enough. So I'll come in here with this and just make sure all that glue. And if you feel a touch of glue at the edge of your paper, that's good. Don't, you can wipe it off, but that's how you want it to come out. So here's our book. Here is our book. We will finish the inside next time, because I've got to get, David picked out the paper here. That's my usual spine cover for these type of things, but he didn't choose an inside. So next time we'll do our inside. We'll put our little eyelets in and string our elastic in. So this is where we're at. The only problem that we're gonna have when we get into this, hang on just a minute, because he left me things that he wants in here. There's one, there's two, there's this. Yeah, he said, here, Ma. Okay, so somewhere in here, he wants this on the inside of the front cover. So I don't know whether I'm gonna put it, I may just put it down, and that would be inside. And he would have the little thing on the inside, which is what he wants. But he wants this in here somewhere, which I may be able to put up top with that on the bottom, or even bring this down and do that way. And then he wants this in here so that she can, have a room to, but from the size he wanted, it's going to be too big. So I'm going to have to trim this down some, which is really going to be rough because that's folded over. So I don't know how I'm going to handle that. But that's going to be something we have to work in. And then he wants a notepad. Where am I going to put a notepad? And then this is the size of the journal parts that he wants in there. So all of this in one. Can you tell I'm going crazy? So I don't know what, I could probably use this to put the notepad inside here. Or I can do something similar to this instead of this particular one. But he did pick this out. So I wonder if I could just do the envelope part. No, that's not going to work. All right, we got to figure this part out. We may have to do it with a different type of something, but he wants something like that inside. Or we could, with that even closed though, that's still going to poke out. That is still going to poke out because it's just like, it's just a fraction too big. So we've got a lot to work out, but we do have our cover and our spine on, and it's looking so good. So Stick with me, guys. We've still got a lot to do. If you enjoyed what we're working on, give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Hit that bell notification, because Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I try my best to have videos out. I do not edit anything, so what you see, this is me. And all my bloopers, all my, mistakes, everything. This is what you see is what you get. So, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.